Connected Development. And in today's town hall meeting, I'm honored to represent my boss, the CEO of Connected Development, Amzat Mama, who could not be here. But specifically for us on this project, with support from Makato Foundation, we want to see how we empower community monitoring teams, from the community structures that we have across different local governments in Kaduna State to hold their elected representative accountable for constituency projects that have been earmarked to be implemented across board in different local communities in Kaduna State. So for this town hall meeting, we had to bring together stakeholders from different MDAs, implementing agencies, and representatives from the senators and federal constituencies to also come and give updates on projects that they've alighted to implement. So we're excited about today's turnout. We had senators send representatives to come speak on their behalf on the status of this project and how communities can take on, to demand accountabilities and transparencies. Different questions were asked, and we're excited and that responses were given that at least suited the communities, and taking this forward, we were able to connect them to community members so they can, furthermore provide more insight, more updates, more development on what is happening on ground. Now, for us at Connected Development, we're also excited that this has happened, and we are hoping that our elected leaders will take on these steps in ensuring that they host quarterly periodic town hall meetings with their members, with their community members, to update them on projects that they've selected or they've nominated to appear in their yearly budgets, you understand, so that community members can also provide their priorities. There should be proper need assessment conducted for them to highlight which issue is of paramount interest to them and which of course will meet their immediate needs. And also there should be room for contractors to meet with the community members to update them on what they are going to do, the timeline of the project, and how community members can be part of the implementation process, monitoring the tracking the project to ensure that we have value for money. And lastly for us, we are also excited that our community monitoring team that we trained at the beginning of this project with support from Makato Foundation were able to give us updates on the status of this project, and of course use these opportunities to reach out to their representatives, asking for more support, asking to be more for a more inclusive process in ensuring the smooth implementation of this project. Against all odds, he had other lineup of activities and engagement in Abuja, but this town hall meeting is very important to him because it's providing the platform, like I said before, for our leaders, state of house representative, and at the federal level to come talk about constituency projects that will be marked on the budget and implemented in their various local government and communities. So my boss couldn't be here, but I had to, from my trip in Rivers State, start making my way directly to Kaduna yesterday to ensure that we are well represented at this town hall meeting. And also I'm excited because I see a good number of women, represented at this town hall meeting. So there's quite gender balance in this representation, and that's one of our core objectives and code, to ensure that we have women sit on the table and discuss issues that also affect them. But one take back for us today is not that we came here to make fight, but code provides a platform for dialogue, that we can, daddies can speak and say, Oga, our leader, we sent you to go and do this, so thank you for doing this. But I think you didn't do it well. This is how you're supposed to do it, and this is how you're supposed to. And our leaders will now respond and say, okay, I've taken feedback, I'm going to do better. And also, we also want to create that platform where our leaders can ensure that even before they select projects or list out projects on the budget, they will come to our leaders, they will come to the community, they will come and meet our fathers and mothers and say, what is your priority needs? What do you actually need? Do you need a school? Do you need a hospital? And do some kind of need assessment before they embark on any project in the community.
Give their own input as regards to projects in their own communities. So basically what we do is to engage citizens and community monitoring team members in all the LGS in 23 local government, but specifically in the local government we are tracking, which is Jama'a, Kaura, and Zongokuta from the southern zone of Kaduna. These community champions are there to monitor projects and then give us feedback on how the status of the project are, and then take pictures, return back to us, and then we do the social media engagement. So basically, the CMTs, that's the community monitoring team, are being helpful a lot, giving us the feedback we need from them at the grassroots, looking at the need assessment from the grassroots communities and then forwarding it to us as to make inputs in their own community reports. So basically, I think that's what I have to say as regarding the community monitoring teams. So tomorrow we'll also be having a town hall meeting at the northern part of Kaduna, which is going to be held in Sabon Garin's area. Also do the same thing we did here, and then engage stakeholders in implementing agencies, looking at the education sector, health sector, and then the environmental sector with peculiarities to water sanitation and hygiene. So these are what we'll be discussing around the 3 senatorial zones in Kaduna State, so that we create a synergy between all the stakeholders that are involved in this particular project, which is themed DESPA, that's Deepening Citizen Interest in Government Spendings and Accompanying Corrupt Practices in Kaduna State. So basically, this project will last for 3 years, and then we are trying to see how we can get citizens to participate in project tracking, and then to spark them also to have interest in tracking projects on their own. That's why we are leveraging on different mechanisms of government, that's state government, which we have the Eyes and Ears application, and then the OGP, leveraging on OGP, using the community development charters as our key champions to fast track everything in the course of this project. I think basically that's what I have to say.
We have our CMTs across the southern part. Akwai a Zangon Kataf, akwai a Jama'a, kuma akwai a Kaura. So yawanci abubuwan da muke yi ba wai muna yi bane mu kadai. Muna yi da community champions saboda su suka san cewa su suka san abubuwan da ke faruwa a cikin community su ke sa muke aiki da su. Sannan ba wai su kadai ba ma akwai kamar shugabanni kamar masu unguwa, akwai kamar women leader, akwai 'yan kasuwanni, gaba ɗaya muna aiki da su saboda idan ba da su ba duka bayan da za a samu abubuwan da ake so a community. So we also engage